What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to me, my name is Monica Wilder, broker and owner of People First Realty, and I am out doing what we call a preview on a property for a client. And this is when the client, for whatever reason, can't come to the property. I don't necessarily recommend it, especially in this market, just simply because it's better to, be able to really get your eyes on it, smell it for yourself, to know exactly what you're getting into. And that's the best way, in my opinion, to buy real estate, is to see it for yourself. So, but in this case, I am just kind of driving through because it's very important not only to show the property, but to get a feel of the area. And so I'm doing this video for a couple of reasons. For people like new real estate agents, I'm going to use this probably to train them on how to do a preview for a client. If you're a buyer, this is something that you may want to be aware of, some of the things we're about to look at. And or if you are an investor from out of state, okay, and you're having somebody do this for you, these are some of the things you want to look out for. So basically, the video is going to give you one thing, but your ears and your nose are going to give you something else, right? My ears heard very much of nothing, okay? It's a very quiet neighborhood. You did hear some street traffic on that main road that I came in off of. But besides that, it's quiet, and this was like a mid-morning showing. So I noticed that they did have a nice little ramp, so you don't have to worry about a lot of steps leading up to the doorway. And this little garage I really liked because it looks like a two-car garage, and it's in front of the house. So you can have that parking. But then I also parked right there, it seemed like in an open area. This is a HOA community, so there are rules and regulations that you have to abide by. When I entered the unit, I smelled an odor right upon opening the door. And this is why it's important, if you're buying something, to get to the property so that you can smell it, especially if you have anybody dealing with any type of breathing issues, allergies, asthma. This house seems like it's been heavily smoked in, okay? You see those dark marks up there by the ceiling over there? We're gonna look at them again more closely in a second. But new agents, if you're doing previews, show the ugly stuff. Look at it from the point of view of an investor and what they would want to see if they're from out of state, okay? Things like, holding still on the information on the appliances when you can, so they can grab a number off of it or whatever the case may be, okay? Making sure that you're holding your phone, and I'm guilty of this, at eye level, like you're actually looking, instead of like mid-body level, right? So that you can kind of get a feel of the place as you're walking through there. But they had a TV. You can tell over there. We're about to go over there in a minute, I think. Oh, this is me trying to lock the door. Oh, here's another point. This door is kind of hard to lock. So most of the times when you buy something, you're going to probably want to change the locks anyway, but this is a good time for me to mention that, especially to new buyers. Hopefully you know this already. Change the locks on every door when you get your new house, okay? All right, so here's this place where looks like, I don't know if that's smoke residue. I don't know what's going on, okay? But I do know I could smell something as soon as I opened the door. Now, here's where they had their TV. I don't know what's going on in here. So whoever buys this, is going to have to get a carpenter or somebody to come in and look at that. It just looks like it needs a freshening up, honestly. Like, it feels like it needs a good, fresh coat of paint. The flooring is, it needs some help. We'll look at that more closely here in a second. They have a lot of holes in the walls, little bitty holes where they had a lot of things up on the wall. The lighting was kind of funny in here. I don't know if that can be improved with just some more different type of bulbs or whatever, but I did notice a yellowy kind of a tint throughout the house. And that was the washer and dryer where that would go. Now, you're going to have to get new carpet, period. There's no cleaning this, okay? So you're going to have to come in here with new carpet. Fortunately, it's a nice little tight unit. Tax record says it's about 1,402 square feet. So it's not super huge to where you have to worry about a large flooring expense. But you're going to have a lot. The painter who comes in here, and I would get a really good painter because they have a lot of holes, okay? And they're going to have to patch a lot of stuff. See that hole right there by the thermostat? There's a lot going on, little places like that. Here's your hall closet for your linens. And then I like the setup because these two bedrooms, I just left one of the bedrooms. Here's the second bedroom. These are your second smaller bedrooms. Again, carpet has got to go, okay? There was all kind of stuff on the wall. So you're going to have to get somebody who knows what they're doing to come in and get these walls painted, okay? Here's the other thing. This is only going to be available to buyers according to the listing. for people who have cash or a conventional loan, okay, according to the listing. So make sure that if you have not started looking for your financing yet, you always want to have a conventional option, because sometimes you're going to run into properties like this that don't need a whole lot of work, but are going to require that you be cash or conventional. And just so long as you got a little cash that you can come and do these little repairs, then you're good to go. This seems like a solid little unit. I'm not mad at it at all. It's got a lot of potential. This is something I always like to do, right? I turn on the water, I flush the toilet, I see if everything can happen good at the same time. I was about to do that to the shower, but I was holding my phone and had stuff in my hands, so there was too much going on. So I didn't. But so I like this little layout. There's the washer and dryer again, coming out of that hallway, going back into the living room area. You got your fireplace. And if you cut over to the right, you'll see your master. Now, here's where I made my mistake, agents. When I walked into that room, I should have held my camera up a little bit, because so you could see what it would see, you know, what you would normally see eyesight wise. Especially for investors out of state, you want them to see as if they're walking in the room. Anyway, so more smoke stuff, nice size closet in the master. You got some shelving already in place. The light didn't work in here, so I wasn't able to turn that on, but carpet needs to go throughout. Carpet needs to go throughout. You got a ceiling fan. Again, more holes. All right. Like I said, it's according to the tax record, 1,402 square feet of space. So since it's such a nice little compact unit, your repair expenses aren't going to be like they would if this was a 2,500 square foot house. Need some more bulbs up there. You got a double vanity sink in the master. Okay, and here I am again, turning on the water and flushing toilets just to see if everything can go like it's supposed to. And everything did. But of course, this is not a home inspection, folks. This is just me looking at this property through the eyes of someone who is thinking of buying it, but also considering what I would want to see. Okay, if I was unable to see it, these are the things I would want to know. You know, can you turn on the water and the sink at the same time and flush the toilet without any problem? You know, little stuff like that. So agents, if you do these, think of those things, you know, when you're from anything from how you're holding your camera to pointing out those things, those specific things, the bad stuff that you know that you're going to have to deal with, or the person would have to deal with right away. Again, like I say, the best thing to do in this market, in any market, is to see it in person. I never recommend anybody buying a house without seeing it. I just don't recommend that. I don't think that's a good practice, because again, you have the video that can show you, but your senses, you have other senses. You have the ears and you got the nose. And just say you were living, say this house was by a train track, okay? I could block that sound out of the video and you would never know. But at 5 o'clock every morning, if there was a set of tracks behind here, you would be pissed off, right? So that's important. So you want to go see it for yourself. I like this. This whole outdoor area, covered. So even when it's raining, you can come out here. There's a grill over there. I'm not sure if that conveys or not. I'm sure everything is negotiable in this day and age. I tried to get over there to get a little closer look at the label on the HVAC, but as you can see, I'm having a difficult time. I don't know. They planted this, hedge around the HVAC, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. And an HVAC person would probably tell you if that's a good idea or not. But at the end of the day, you're going to get a home inspection. That's the other thing I want to talk about. No matter what, get one, okay? Just get one, see what you're facing, see what's all going on. It's not going to be 100%, able to tell you every single thing, but it's going to give you a good idea of what's going on with the property and the major things that you're going to have to deal with first. So I'm going out the gate just to give, again, the person looking at this a view of, what I would think they would want to see about the yard, so I wanted to show them that. And again, just looking at the corrugated roof, a couple of things I liked was this little detail on the door, so I wanted to highlight that. That's kind of what you want to do when you're doing this type of a preview using video. Again, slowing down and looking at the things that you would think the viewer would want to see. Cute little kitchen. Once this is fixed up, and I really like the fireplace, once this is fixed up, it's gonna be a real doll. I really think it just needs a little bit of carpentry work, a paint, new flooring, and a good deep clean. You know what I mean? I think that's it. Some bulbs, and you're in there. Now you can, take the time and make it your own over the years, But I really liked these bull-nosed edges. I had to come back and take a look at those. I was kind of shocked that they were there. And that's in the entryway to the hallway. Again, this great layout with those 2 smaller bedrooms towards the back of the house. And then the master up front. And here again, into the kitchen, you can see those same corners, right? They're kind of bull-nosed. Now, I did open up the refrigerator. Again, this video doesn't give you the benefit of smell, okay? So that side didn't smell, but there was a little something coming out of this side. And again, I think it's because it just needs a good deep clean, okay? No big deal, right? Here is the microwave was very clean. It didn't have stuff stuck to the top of it, which is cool. And the stove, you could tell it was used. It could be cleaned, okay? And then there was a dishwasher, and trust me, I've opened up dishwashers and found so many things, and this is not like that at all. So no problem. Like I said, just a good deep clean overall. Paint, carpet, lots of holes are going to be filled on the wall. But again, agents, you see how I'm kind of taking my time. Oh, that little step down. I tripped kind of a little bit over that when I walked into the kitchen because I didn't know to look down. But and this flooring, you can see, okay? You can see what the flooring looks like. But you see agents that are watching this that are doing previews for your clients. Take your time, slow your eyes down. I didn't do as great of a job as I should have on this one. This is another thing you must do as an agent, or you should do, is leave your card. Shameless self-plug right there. Holler at me. The other agents have left theirs as well. And going back as an agent, making sure that if the instructions say turn off the lights and lock the doors, doggone it, turn off the lights and lock the doors. And make sure the door is locked, okay? I'm a little OCD with locking doors. So once I take the key out, I'll make sure it's locked by jiggling it. My dad taught me that when I was a kid, and so I've always done that, right? Again, this door is a little wonky. Make sure you clear the lock box, agents. Clear the lock box. And when you get old like me, you'll forget that you put the key up too early and you have to get it out again because there's another piece of the property you need to go see. So again, that's that parking area I was talking about. Now we're going to go into the garage, which I almost forgot about. I think these keys are new, and sometimes when you have new keys, they're like that. I ran into a little, not as much on this lock, but anyway. So there's a step down into the garage. So that's something you got to be careful for, okay? There's a nice little step down there. These are things that you would want to point out, agents, to the investor. I'm talking like I would, want to know these things if I was buying this property from afar. Here is the garage. I want to point out those things that I know need to be repaired. I want to see if the garage door opens. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to walk around and give them a different vantage point as if they were walking out of the garage so they can see. I want my eyes to be their eyes, right? Again, you're going to hear me keep saying this. That's just not enough because we have more than just eyesight as far as a sense. You need to be able to hear and to smell and to see if this is really the area and place that you want to be in. But like I said, this showing, it was relatively quiet. I didn't hear a lot of screaming noise, train track. I didn't hear any of that. No honking. It was just a little street traffic. Okay. No odd smells. Didn't smell like it was near a landfill. These are the things that you don't get from a video, folks, which is why I'm going to make sure if you don't hear anything else is that when you're buying a piece of real estate, make sure you see it before you sign on the dotted line. That's all I ask. Okay. So that's it. So now I got to put the key back into the lockbox. All right. So I'm getting ready to do that. And agents, that's what I would recommend. I mean, that's just my best practice. Okay. You just want to make sure that the person is absolutely comfortable with the property because it's a big purchase. So I'm going back down the sidewalk, give you another kind of idea of the area. I kind of, make sure you follow all laws. I'm still on the privacy of the development, so I'm not in the road yet with my phone in my hand, for those of you guys who are concerned. I do like to give my clients, though, a look up and down. And what I mean by that, I like to give them a look up and down the street that they're going to be driving on, all right? That's just what I would want to know, right? Because what if it was across the street? Well, what if there was something crazy going on across the street? And it also gives you an idea of the neighborhood when you can see that. Okay, moving right along. So this is a homeowners association property. That means that there are rules that you have to follow. And if you don't follow those rules, you could be, in a situation where you're facing fines and fees and all types of horrible things. Okay, so make sure if you're interested in a property with the homeowners association, you sit down with somebody. preferably a legal entity that can help you understand what the rules are and that you can adhere to them. Okay, shout out to Alan Dixon, broker over at Village, for a great listing. It was a pleasure to preview it today. And I am Monica. Like I said at the beginning, owner of People First Realty, been in the game for quite some time now. If you want someone to advocate on your behalf, I would be happy to do so. Give me a call at 615-474-2440. Talk with you soon. Peace.